Yes. Is this thing on? I think this thing's on. Anyway, welcome everybody to another Georgia Archery podcast. I'm your host, Big John Chandler, and today's a little different because it's just an interview with a guest. I just wanted to get everybody's attention. Today's guest just happened to be a pro archer that won podiumed in his second time as a pro professional archer. So we wanted to talk to him because he's from Georgia and he's been around a while, and a lot of the guys know who he is. So without further ado, if you are watching this, you will see I have a guest, Zach. What's going on, Zach?
What's happening, man? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. We've been trying to get this going on for a little while. Zach Heel now shoots in the Open Pro class. So
Open Pro.
This is your this past national was your first or second pro event.
Yep, second one.
Second one. So you still play that judge and yardage game?
I know. I can't get away from it.
I understand. Look, so go ahead and tell anybody who doesn't know who you are, full name, where you from, that kind of thing. So how old you are?
Yeah, I'm Zach Hill. I'm 26, Franklin County, Georgia. And I've been shooting bows for I guess about 8 years old is when I started. I grew up shooting the youth classes in ASA and took breaks here and there. I went to college, took a break, and really decided last year that I wanted to get back serious into it and take it serious and practice, So here we are. We're back full swing.
Full swing. Franklin County, bunch of good guys up in that area that you've hung out with that I guess you hunt also.
Oh yeah, a lot.
So grew up hunting, fishing, so forth, and decided you wanted to play the ASA game. Went through all.
That's right.
Rumor has it that you used to play a mean shortstop.
Yeah. That's what I always used to do between shortstop and shooting bows, man. That's all I ever did.
So just so they, somebody told me to call you Zach Raphael Hill.
I've heard that a few times.
Yeah. So rumor has it that when you were younger, that's what you said. Just call me Raphael, because Rafael Ramirez from shortstop from the Atlanta Braves.
That's right. That came from Lynn Hardy, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It did come from Lynn. So, and how old are you?
26.
And you're married?
I got married last May. Sure did. Yep.
And so, any children yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. And you
just a dog.
Just a dog. Those are fur babies. That's how you look at
That's right.
Those. So, and you said you've been doing this since probably playing in archery since you was 8-9 years old, right?
Yeah, I mean, Hugh Bryant got me into it since I was a young. I mean, I grew up going everywhere, shooting with him. So
yeah, Hugh goes everywhere.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be shooting a bow probably. So
yeah, he's a great guy. I was glad to see him at the last shoot, because we walk in and got to see him. I'm like, it's a good thing because we've been friends for a long time, and I know you. That's your riding partner. To all the shoots and stuff.
That's it. That is.
Yeah.
I grew up there, so they taught me taxidermy. I still do taxidermy, and I'm still shooting bows.
That's all right. And you went ABAC?
ABAC, yes, sir. I did. Went for 1 year playing baseball, and then I hung it up.
I got you. Yeah. Decided to. You just finished out a basic degree, or?
Yeah. Well, I never even finished it.
Never finished it. Hey,
yeah. I started. I didn't finish.
A lot of guys go and do, and nobody. I don't know anybody who goes in to college then finishes with the same or even finishes anyway.
Exactly.
They feel like they have other things they want to do. So.
Yep, that's right.
And what do you do for a day job?
Well, I work at UPS. I'll drive probably half of the year. I'll drive, and then the other half of the year I'll work in the building, loading trucks. Go in like real early, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning.
I got you.
And then I'll get off, and I got a taxidermy business I do at my house here, so I can kind of make my schedule doing that. I like it a lot doing not driving because I can shoot my bow more. So
that's right. I understand. And the time change now, you can shoot more.
That's exactly right.
So,
but yeah,
you've been shooting. You worked your way through all of the youth classes.
Yep.
Did you shoot in the regular open class for a while, or?
Yeah. I shot all the youth. Then I went to Open C. I won the very first time I was in that, so I got kicked out. I went to Open B back when it was still Open B.
Yep.
And I won out of that. Went to semi-pro. Won out of that, and then I took a year break. And I was just so busy last year I couldn't shoot, so I just took the whole year off. And I could have went back to semi this year because I had a year off, but I decided, heck, I need to. If I'm gonna do it, I might as well go ahead and do it this year.
Look, you're not getting any younger.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been told that all my life is that coulda, shoulda, woulda. Go on and do it now because you ain't got time to do it later.
Right.
So that's awesome. So let's talk about it. You went to your first shoot down in Foley. And got to shoot with the big boys, and some of those guys you shot with in semi-pro that had already moved up.
Right.
And tell us your experience as a pro for the first time in ASA.
Well, I got there a little bit late, so everybody's already on their stake, ready to shoot. Of course, I'm late getting there. First one, you don't want to do that.
Yep.
And they threw me in there with Dan McCarthy the first time. I'm like, oh Lord, well I get to shoot with a good one, very first round, And I wound up shooting like 3 down. I just couldn't catch a lot of 12s, and I had a lot of 8s, like 3 or 4 8s I shouldn't have hit the very first day. So I was like, well, which I learned a lot from shooting from Dan, how he did it and how he goes about it. I learned a lot paying attention to him. I mean, he's one of the greats, so I'm trying to pay attention, And second day I wound up shooting 10 up with no 8s, and it kind of dawned on me then, like, I know I can do it, I know I can. I just got to, get out of it ain't nothing but shooting your bow, so.
Yeah, you got to quit thinking about it and just do it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep, so. And so then you went home with a game plan. So everybody, I'll tell you what I've been told all my life is, and I tell this to my students because I coach archery, but is that you first have to go and learn how to win it before you can win it. You got to learn how it works before you get to do it.
Exactly.
There's not many people who just show up to a big show and take it off the first time.
That's right.
You got to learn how the whole game plays, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of folks that say, "Hey, I want to go pro," and I'm like, "Hey, I'm not telling you not to go pro, but let's learn how the game works first."
Exactly.
And judging yardage is no joke. I did it for years. There was no known class.
Right.
I actually won. This will age me. I won the last shooter of the year in bow novice class.
Oh, really?
So if that gives you how long that was, because we judged yardage in bow novice. But that was the last year that they allowed it to be sort of like Open C and bow novice was.
Right.
It was you win, you're out. So
that's right.
That was the last year that they allowed it to go the full year. So I have a plaque on the wall over here that says, shooter of the year for bow novice class, which that was a long time ago.
No, yeah. That's cool. It's the yardage game. I've got to where I know I can shoot my bow. I just got to where I have to go out and judge. Like I need to do it every day. Practice judging.
Yep.
Keep it sharp because that's most time I'll have 18 perfect. And I have 2 out of the 20 that bite me in the end. So I'm trying to work on that right now.
For sure. So then you come home with a game plan because you're like, hey, I can do this.
Exactly.
I figured out some things. You learned a little bit from different people, on the range, the etiquette, the pros. I tell you what, the change from semi-pro to pro, I know the nerves were there, right? Just because it wasn't, but
right.
Once you shot 2 or 3 targets, you figured out them boys are the same as everybody else.
Yeah, it's way more laid back than I thought it was going to be.
100%.
Yeah.
I want everybody to understand that. People are in semi-pro are so uptight about which 12, where it is, touch the line, pull the line. and they, lean on their head, stand upside down to try to figure out if they can call it in or out. And then you get into the pro class and you're thinking that's how hard they are. They understand we've done this. We all know if it's in or out. There's not
exactly.
Why are we going to argue about it? So I think that's a cool thing. So then you come and you go down to Fort Benning, which was always my favorite shoot of the year. It was the classic for the long time.
Right. And it's close to the house.
Yep, a little closer to the house. And so on the first day, how'd you end up?
I shot 4 up. I shot good. I should have shot higher than 4, but I was just barely missing them, all around it the whole day. I shot 3/8, which I'm not proud of that, but I wasn't missing them by much, just right up under the 12.
Yep.
I shot good. I probably should have been at least 8.
I got you. But where that put you on the hunt on the first day?
I was like sitting almost like 20, I think. Like I was down mid-pack, at 4 up. Yeah, I knew I was going to have a big score the second day for sure.
Yeah. And some of those missing them, do you didn't aim as hard at them, to start with?
You said, do I aim at them?
Did you aim real hard the first day? Did you aim real hard at them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I aimed at them. I mean, I tried to hit every one of them.
Okay. That's all I'm asking. Cause some people take that slow ride the first day and try to figure out they calibrate their rangefinder.
Well, the first few targets, I try to do that. And then I'm full force at it.
Full force.
Yeah.
And you shoot uppers?
I shoot upper every now and then, but not a lot.
Okay.
Not a lot.
So I'm that guy. I don't shoot an upper a lot, and the reason being is because we didn't shoot uppers for so long.
I grew up shooting the lowers. I mean, it's just so natural to me to aim at the lower now.
My bow just goes straight to it,
Right.
Target. It's just where it hangs, and then I'm like, I got to tell myself an upper. Don't go down there,
Yep. Exactly.
That's why I asked, because there's a lot of guys. I mean, even Jack changed the way he plays his game. He used to just aim at lowers because that's what we had, but now he's an upper shooter,
Yeah, there's a lot of people that's changing.
Yep. So, and I think it's better in the way of now you have less chance of kicking out because you have 2 options instead of 1,
Exactly.
If you're the 5th guy in the pile to have to put an arrow in that lower 12, it's going to be hard.
Yep.
So the good thing is the upper is there. So
yeah, I try to practice them. Just in case I got no room on the lower, then I have to go. Which on the I got a target like the hyena. I usually try to shoot uppers on it because I always judge it 2 yards low for some reason. I don't know why, but I try to shoot uppers on that one.
Judge it a little short, huh?
I judge it short every time.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I used to judge the black bear short. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But I would add 2 to the black bear no matter what number I got.
Exactly.
If I was confirmed on the number, I still added 2 and I'd hold,
Yep.
And if I, it's just what it was. So now I don't judge. I have my little
you gotta worry about that.
My trusty rangefinder. And, but you know what? It's a game and it's hard to play. If you've played unknown for so long and then you go into the known, I told Mark Kesey the same thing. You can't play that. Those 2 games don't play the same.
No.
You have to hold in it, own it, and shoot it, and execute a perfect shot every time because you know the yardage.
That's a different strategy for sure.
Yes, because there's plenty of times you're like, I'm between the numbers, right? I'm a yard and a half. I'm not sure. So you'll hold in the middle. If I fall out, I hit the 12. If I stay up, I'm still in a 10. You don't play that game in known distance. Period.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Nope, it doesn't work. So it's a total different how you play the game. So
it is.
And a lot of people don't, today judging yardage is a dying art.
Right.
None of the youth classes are unknown anymore.
That's what I was noticing. I didn't notice hardly any unknown youth classes.
That's what I'm saying. There's not an unknown youth class anymore. I mean, the youth class is only yardage. So the problem is that if they come out of the youth class and go in, now they're just starting to judge in an adult class.
Yeah, and they're already at 45 yards.
Yep,
yeah, right. 40, 45 yards.
Yep.
It's tough.
Your rangefinder takes a while to calibrate at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
So I always thought it was the biggest thing changed from 40 to 45.
Yep.
5 yards, you're like, ain't no big deal. No, that's a lot of big deal.
It is. It is.
You misjudge at 30 yards, you're probably still in the 10. You misjudge at 40 yards, you got some 8s. You misjudge at freaking 45 yards, you could be a 5 easy.
Easy.
On the same misjudge.
Yep, that's right.
Because,
it's definitely different. You wouldn't think 5 yards would be like that, but it is.
It is. It most definitely is, for sure. And you can see it in the scores.
You can.
But yes, the cream of the crop's going to be at the top. There's no doubt about it. Always happens.
Right.
But you can see it on the bottom half. I would never have thought, and this is because of you're coming through knowing the yardage. I would have never thought that, what would lead it in what now is open 45, which used to be A.
Yeah.
2 and 4 and 6 up each day. You have a chance for a podium now.
Yeah, you do.
And you didn't used to.
No.
You used to had to be 10, 12 up each.
Yeah, you had to be double digits most of the time.
For sure. But that's because of the difference in people who don't judge and do judge now.
That's right. Yep, it's different.
For sure. But so you went and then you make the cut for the first time. Second day,
yeah.
You have a strong second day. So go ahead and tell us about the second day.
Second day, I knew I was going to be aggressive. What I got to lose now, I know I had to have a big score. I figured, in my head, 20 to 24 was probably going to be the cut. So I was like, I'm going to have probably the best shoot I've had all year. So I'm going to gun at every one of them, If I fall out of most of them, then whatever, but I got to go at it. And I literally hit a 10 on the first target, kind of got me calibrated. I barely missed it. And I 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12 for the first half. And I was like, all right.
I hadn't gave anything up.
I haven't gave anything up. And I'm like, dang, I got a chance because I kept looking at the leaderboard. And they wasn't getting, they wasn't going way up. So I'm like, if I finish strong, I got a chance. At first, I really didn't think I had a chance, but it was probably like that 15th target. I haven't hit an 8 yet. And I knew I was going to need a few more. I'm sitting at 16 up right now. Mm-hmm. And I missed the hyena, of course. It gets me every time, and it was a close target. I missed it and had a long deer for that last one, and I was sitting at 18. No, I was sitting at 18 or 16 for that day, and I was at 20 for the weekend. Mm-hmm. And everybody's crowding around me on that last target, and it's a long deer. I thought it was about 49 yards, and it's kind of quartered. Everybody's crowding around. I'm like, oh, heck, I must be close, Levi Morgan's came over there, and he's standing behind me. He's waiting for me to shoot. And that Logan Altizer, he's like, yeah, I think you're going to have this one to get in. I think they're at 22. I think Levi's at 21 because he hit a 5. And I was like, oh, heck, this is what I've been practicing for, This is what I'm in the yard doing it.
Yep.
And I put a strong number on it. I figured I was either going to hit it or fall right below it. And I fired, and they said, yep. And it was dead in there, and I got in by that shot right there.
Yep.
It was the last target of the day.
Logan's a good kid, too. He's working hard to get it,
Yeah.
So who was in your group the last day? Because you were farther down the list, so.
Yeah, it was Logan Altizer, Matthew, what is his last name? I can't remember his last name. He's also a rookie, too, so he was shooting very good. He was actually ahead of me at halfway through. He was on fire, and he had a chance to make the shoot down. Mm-hmm. And then Hunter Hogan, he's the other one.
Yeah, so, I know Hunter. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. So that was
a good
cool.
group. It was a good group.
Yep. And so then you fire it. You go down there. You finish it up. They put your name on the board. I wasn't sure
if I made it yet. Nobody would tell me for sure. I'm like, I think you got it. I think everybody's at 22. I'm like, well, am I in or am I not? I ain't never done this before.
That's right. So then they finally erased the numbers and put everybody on there, right?
Yeah, I snuck in on the last target.
Snuck in on the last target.
I wasn't on the leaderboard the whole time until that last target.
Hey, sometimes you got to snipe them, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And just get them. So then you're fifth on the leaderboard, I'm assuming, when it comes in.
Well, everybody's 22.
Yes, everybody's sitting there.
Yeah,
but it just has to do with
the bonus rings. Yeah,
bonus rings, right? So everybody.
Yeah, I was actually tied for second.
That's right.
Yeah. I think that is a 14. I think it went from 15 to 13 on the bonus rings. Well, I mean, we were right there. Yeah, we were so close.
Yeah, for sure.
I knew it was going to be a good shoot down when I seen that.
Yep. And this will be the first time you've ever done that on the field and do the whole 9 yards, right?
Yep, that's it.
So, was you nervous?
I mean, I had a little nerves, but I wasn't. I'll be honest with you, I was more nervous on the 20th target to make it in than I was in the shoot down, to be honest.
Like, look, I got the cut now. You got to make the show first, right?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid, and I finally did it. But I had a little nerves. I'm not gonna say I didn't, but I wasn't. Nothing that was affecting me, But
for sure. Well, that's awesome. That's the cool part about it. So now let's go to the shoot down. You get to watch the other classes shoot first.
Yep, I had to wait.
Yep, had to wait for the TV time to kick on.
That's right.
And then your class is the last class to shoot, right? I mean,
yep, that's the last class.
You have to watch, and you watch the known distance guys shoot their ends, and then watch them reset the field. And y'all all have to go down and take your minute to figure out your numbers. And something you have never done is look at 5 targets and try to get all their numbers.
It was new.
It's a different monster.
It is.
So you came in on second. So they called your name.
Yeah, third. Well, I called it third.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
call it third. So you came in third, standing on the podium with 5, the guys, and so you're the third shooter that they call. Come in, and your game plan from there was.
Well, I knew I was gonna have to hit. I figured they was gonna be gunning at them hard, so I was. Luckily, I started on. The longest target was the bear. I started on it because I didn't really want to start on the close ones because I figured I might have to have that 14,
Yeah. So calibrate the first one.
Right, and I hit a 12 on the first one. It was, max yards, 50 yards. So.
Yep.
And the second one, it was a wolf. It was closer. It was like 38, I think it was. And I hit a 12 on it, and I'm like, dang, I got, I'm rolling. I need to keep rolling. And then the third target was the turkey. Yep. No, it was a cougar. My bad. No, cougar. Mm-hmm. It was like around 44 yards, and I hit just a little bit. I misjudged it by a yard or two, probably a yard and a half. Hit a little high on it, and still 10.
Yep.
Nothing hurt. And then I seen that Glenn Bordwell hit a 5 at that time, and I was sitting in first. And Brady Myers.
Yep.
He missed the first one, and he never missed another 12 after that. I mean, he went 4 out of 5, but I didn't know he was still like 2 points behind me right there. And I was like, I need to hit, these next ones because I know they're going to be gunning at them hard. And I figured I ain't counting Dan out or Joseph either because they're going for the 14s, I'm sure, and they probably will hit one of them. And I hit I never hit another 12 after that. I mean, I was just misjudged the cougar a little bit, and the turkey hit just right over him. So
I got you. Okay.
And Brady got caught on fire, and he took off with it
and ran away from it.
Yeah, he did. He shot very good. I mean, you can't. I should have hit the close antelope for sure, and I was. Right over it, just a 10.
Yep, for sure. But you made the show, so that first off, you made the show,
right?
And then you worked enough to stay on the podium,
Yep.
Because there's lots of times that you can't stay on the podium, and the guy in 5th place doesn't have nothing to lose. He'll shoot at 14 he can if he can get there, so he can push himself up the list. So,
right.
The middle pack is hardest to do. The guy that stands on top has to defend himself. the middle pack is trying to move up, but you just got to keep looking behind you because that guy's coming too.
He's coming.
And so that's one of the harder spots, in my opinion, to play. Is the fifth place has nothing to lose, right?
That's right.
Nothing.
Yep.
If he shoots all fives, he's still in fifth place. But if he gets lucks up and hits them all, then
and that would happen with that.
For sure. That group is not, no doubt. There's
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So after it's all said, you got all of them done, and
it went by a whole lot quicker than I was expecting. It was boom. It was fifth target. I'm like, good Lord.
That was the next thing I was going to ask. Is everybody who's ever been in that position always says it is like it blink of an eye and you're done.
It really is. Yeah, I didn't.
Sometimes that's a good thing because you don't have time to think about it. You just have to do it.
Right, it is.
So,
yeah, it was fun. I liked it. I like being in that environment, feeling pressure. I love doing that. But I've always been like that.
That's cool. I mean, you play ball, so you understand. You've done things too, so you understand how you got to make moves to get to where you got to get. So
that's right.
So that's awesome.
Yep, it was fun.
Pretty cool. So your plan for the next one?
Plan for the next one is to do what I did on that Saturday, shoot a score like that. But it might.
I understand.
If I don't make another one, I'm fine with it. But I've been practicing more now than I did before. I feel like I think I got a fire lit up under me more now.
Hey, sometimes that's what you got to have, right?
Right.
Stay in the spot,
Yep.
But
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm going to try to have a better first day because that's usually when I, don't shoot as good as the first day for some reason. And so that's what I'm going to try to work on this time,
Well, that's what I mean, you can't you can't win it on the first day, but you sure can lose it.
You can lose it. That's right.
There's no doubt. So,
yep.
I mean, first days, putting 2 days together for most anybody is not an easy task. And some of them if you can swim on the first day and keep yourself in the hunt, then the second day you can turn it on. But if you don't put yourself in the hunt the first day, it's an uphill battle for sure.
That's right. Yep. Playing catch up
all day long. And then looking behind you every time or looking ahead of you, trying to figure out where everybody's at, what you got to have. And sometimes we make rookie mistakes, right? Shooting at something that maybe we shouldn't have, or it was a little dark, couldn't quite see it, and I just had it on anyway.
Being hard-headed. I do that a lot.
Oh, me. But that's awesome. I wish you the best. Like I said, how many is in the rookie class this year?
I think there's 5. I'm not 100%, but I think there's 5 of us.
Man.
So it's going to be, especially the Matthew guy that I shot with on that Saturday. He's been shooting good. So
that's good. That's awesome.
It's going to be
shooter of the year is one thing, right? And we know for the last zillion years there's been 2.
Yeah, exactly right.
It really has. For shooter of the year, they've played that back and forth game. Some carried it for a bunch of times, and some.
Yeah.
But so that's not an easy task, but it's on your list. How you want to get as close as you can to that list, sit on that podium for sure. And then, rookie of the year is one of those things that I always had thought that would be something that if I would, go in as a rookie, that would be my goal. Because then that achievement of being the rookie of the year means that you've done something enough to know that you're supposed to be there.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm going to try to do which I was going to miss ASA this year. And I had to cancel we was going to Colorado, and I had to cancel that because I'm like, look, I can't miss the tournament. I got to get the rookie of the year.
So I
only get one chance of this. Well, no, me and my wife was going on vacation, and we didn't realize it was on ASA weekend.
Uh-oh.
But we canceled it.
Okay. So what do you think about the now that pro classes for the last few years have done Friday, Saturday, but what do you think about the whole organization shooting Friday and Saturday now?
I kind of like it, to be honest.
Okay.
For me at least, I like just get home earlier. I mean, heck, we used to stay until Sunday all the time, but now we head home on Saturday about every time. But I like it.
Yeah. I tell you what I like about it is that everybody has to shoot together again.
Yeah. That too. Yep.
The guy who, and we've had it, play the weather, it's going to rain on Friday, so I'm just going to wait and shoot my Saturday, Sunday line. Or, or it's going to rain on Sunday, so I'm going to shoot my Friday. But a guy who can't get off work.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Whatever day, now he has to plan it that way. So, if you're going to play the game, you got to play it together. But the best part about it is I'm in the largest class in ASA right now.
Really?
The senior known class is the largest class there is.
No, darn. How many is in there?
We had 97.
Oh, that's good.
At Fort Benning and 119 in Foley.
Oh, darn.
So, but the coolest part about that class myself is it's all the guys that I've shot with for so many years. Right?
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
So even if it's known, a lot of those guys have we're done playing the yardage game and we're just going to shoot. We all went different ways, right? Went into the known, went into the open, went into the hunter, and all these guys have sort of mingled back into the senior known class. And so these are guys who I've seen in different places and different times, and we've all shot, when I shot pins together, and then they went to the open class and I went to the open class and I judged for a little while. I shot the first ever known distance class in ASA.
No, really?
There were a total of 17 of us that shot that class, and boy,
that's wild.
we got fussed at.
For what?
Because known distance ain't what ASA is, and I told them, I said, listen, it's not about, I'm not shaming judging yardage. I think it's a skill and an art.
Yeah.
But I don't have time for that.
Exactly.
So now I can come in and shoot my bow.
It's good that there's options.
Exactly. Yep. And I can come in and shoot my bow and have time to shoot. We were in Gainesville at the Newberry Center the first year they put a known 45 class, and there weren't but 17 of us in the group. And so I've seen it grow from that 7 to
120 now.
Well, that was just the regular known 45. Now, 90% of the classes are known.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And so it's amazing that the number, and that has to do with time. When you first started, and Hugh was teaching you, there was no rangefinders.
No.
We hung pink tape, or marked that tree from our deer stand so that we knew what that distance was, right? So
right.
When at the moment we're like, hey, that deer's in between the 20 tree and the 30 tree, so now I know I need to be at the 25, and we learned that, and we learned how to judge it so that we could pick the right pin and shoot the gap and all of that good stuff, and so
it's definitely different.
Definitely different now,
Mm-hmm.
You dial it in and point it and shoot it, and you have to have 100% confidence in what you're doing. So
no, that's right, for sure.
The cool part about it is I put my glasses on to set my sight, I hit the rangefinder, I walk off the state, and I go, hey, what was that number again? Yeah, I'm in the right class for sure.
Yeah, you're in the right class. If you're wearing spectacles, you may not. That's senior class.
I might as well go there. So
that's right.
And we have the most fun because we know that this ain't going to change our life. We're still going to eat the same food, still going to sleep in the same bed, and still do our thing. We have a blast. It is the most fun I have had at ASA in several years.
This past one?
Yeah, well, yeah, the last year too.
Okay.
Shooting it since I've been in the senior class. Yeah, because I was shooting known 45 before I became a senior, just so that same thing, and I had no gumptions to win anything. But the reason being is because I'm competing against 18, 19, 20, 25-year-olds that can see better, shoot better, hold better. After I turned 40, 45, it was just like, hey, I'm going to have fun.
That's right.
There's no inkling of winning it anymore. Now, at the same time, I'm going to have the same amount of fun, but if I get on fire, I have a chance. Yeah. Because I'm only competing against the same guy that has the same elbow issue, the same back nerve.
That's right.
Can misset his sight because he read it wrong with his glasses.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool part about it.
It is. I think it's cool where they got that new class. What is it, 75 and older? Is that right?
Yeah, the Legends class.
The Legend class. That's cool.
Yeah. 19,
they ought to have their own class. Like
19,
I mean, they've been
19 archers were in that class.
That's good. That's good.
You know, 19 archers that were 75 years and older.
That's cool. Yeah.
That is cool. And some of those guys that, I mean, you came through this, so some of those guys were people you looked up to for years.
Right.
You know, on the local level, and always saw them. You know, and we had 4 Georgians in that class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, heck yeah. Yeah, I think that's very good. Good that they got that option for them. I mean,
Yep.
They deserve that. They're that old and made it that far. They ought to have a class.
For sure. I just hope to be that old. And
exactly. Yeah. They just happy to be there.
100%. That just reminds me of something that some old timer told me one time. He says, "Look, all you got to do is show up. You shoot both days, you got a chance to win." He said because he said those guys quit on the first day. You know, they done too tired to show up on the second day.
Yeah.
So I was like, and that was in this, you know, back when it was the senior class, you know. Now they got this class, and it's like, those guys are going to show up because now they feel the same way. I'm only competing against the guys that are my age. So,
that's right.
You know, it's pretty
cool. Legend class. Yep, for sure. That's cool.
So what do you think about the shooter of the year and how they're doing that this year?
I don't really like it. I'll be honest. I don't really like it.
Because you don't have a throwaway.
Yeah, you don't have a throwaway, and it's so hard. Like, I mean, if Goza makes, you know, the next podiums or shoot off, really, I mean, he's got it in the bag. I mean, you can't really catch up to him, you know. But I think, what is it, after 11, everybody gets 30 points. Is that right? 30
Something
points?
Like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely different. I think they're going to have to tweak some stuff next year, maybe. I don't know.
They needed to test something.
Yeah,
and I understand that aspect. I'm not knocking it. I just know that, you know, there's goods and bads in everything we've done. There's been times that the throwaway, you know, the guy who got a throwaway moved over, but the guy who shot as well and more consistent didn't. You know, if they had kept that score, then he would have won. You know, I've seen those numbers both ways.
Oh yeah.
And then the shoot off numbers being added to it. You know, now you got to make the cut. You know, the guy that doesn't make the cut, he's you know, if he don't make the cut, he's out. You know, that's just tough. What it is. Yes, it's going to be tough for sure. But the cream always rides to the top.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad they trying something different. You know, it's good to try stuff, but it's just, I think they might have to change a few things on it. I'm not, because I know a lot of people talking about how they was wanting them to change something, but I mean, I don't really know. You know, they might do something different next year, but maybe not.
And the cool part about it is Josh is definitely not. I'm going to stay the same course.
That's good. I mean he's trying. At least he's trying something, you know.
Trying something to do different. So
that's right.
And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, hey, you know, we didn't lose. You know, we can figure it out for the next time.
Try for a year and see how it goes. If not, change it back or whatever.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the coolest part. You know, is that ASA has definitely matured and definitely has tried things. Speaking of things, what do you think about the added extra hunter games shoot that they've added?
In August? Yeah. Yes. I like that. I like it a lot. Yeah, I do. I think it's cool. I mean, it's going to bring more than just regular ASA people to, you know, all the people that's shooting the tacks and that's going to bring a lot of those people. I have not.
Oh, my goodness.
I would like to, but I've never shot one.
It's a different monster in itself. The total archery, the word total means so much different in that event.
Right.
Because you have to be a mountain goat and
I've heard that.
You know, still have to be a pretty good shot, stay in the whatever. And I mean, you know, you come back with all your arrows, you've accomplished something.
You did something if you got all your arrows. Yeah.
It's definitely set up for that reason, right?
Right.
I don't know. You shot some of those iron deer tournaments that we've had in the past.
Right. Yeah.
One arrow. Start with a one, and whoever got an arrow at the end finishes.
Yeah.
Some of those hunt and shoots that we've put together, and you have to switch off the stake and get on your knees. I mean, that's sort of the game that's being played in there. And the coolest part about it is they're drawing the numbers.
Oh yeah,
they're drawing all the hunters that don't care about playing and coming to play with the big boys.
Right.
I do believe that I told somebody the other day that I said, somebody's going to make that cut that we don't know who they are.
Oh, that's 100%. I'll guarantee that will happen. I bet.
It's going to be somebody that has just blistered the tack courses.
Right.
It'll be
that's all they do is that kind of shooting,
It'll be a lift, run, shoot type guy that's what he does. I mean, he's an elk hunter and runs those mountains all the
Cam Haynes guy.
Yeah, 100%. That will be in that mix and be like, who's that guy? Right, now, don't get me wrong. I still believe that some of the guys that we know will be in the cut just because it's they're that good anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I think it's a cool thing, and to allow everybody to have that game. Get your hunting bow out, get it out, play a game, and do it. I will say that I think everybody should go shoot a tack at least once.
Yeah, I would like to. I would like to try it out.
It's,
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that August shoot. It'll be fun doing that.
So you building a bow just for that, or is you going to use the hunting bow that you always have? Or
I don't know. I might have to get another bow because my hunting bow that I usually use is only 30 inches axle to axle, so I might get something a little longer.
I got you.
We'll see. I don't know yet.
Well, speaking of the bows and what you, so when you're in the pro class, you got to shout out your sponsors. So tell me what kind of equipment you're shooting and who you're shooting for and that type of thing.
Yep, I shoot Elite. Got thread strings on there.
Jerry
let's see.
Margie.
Yeah. I like them. They're great and do good work, and turnaround times very good.
Mm-hmm.
A CB, which I just switched to Bowfinger as my sight and my scope. So I was shooting CB for the longest time, and I'm on Bowfinger now, and I'm really liking it. I just got it at the ASA, so just trying to get used to it. It feels good and feels very well built and sturdy. And let's see, Ultra Arrows, and that's about it. Scott release.
Yep. So what release are you shooting?
I'm shooting the Apex Thumb right now.
The Apex Thumb. I shot that release. It was a good release. Breaks.
Yeah, I've been shooting that for a couple years now. I've always shot back tension or hinge release forever until the last few years. I've just gotten really comfortable with my thumb trigger, so I've stuck with it forever.
Is that the same thing you hunt with? Same release? You just move it back and forth?
No, I actually hunt with a true ball release.
I'm just asking,
Yeah, I actually hunt with a true ball just because it clips on my D loop and I let it hang there. That's the only reason I use it. But yeah, I like it a lot. I've been playing with it just a touch. I lighten it up just a touch, but yeah, I used to never shoot thumb trigger, so.
Yep.
I don't know what got into me. I just feel comfortable shooting it now.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's working for you, keep going, right? So, which bow are you shooting?
I'm shooting the Victra right now.
The Victra. And what bow did you shoot before? I mean, you've been shooting Elite for the last couple of years, you said?
Yeah, I've been shooting Elite about 4 years now.
All right. So,
4 years, yeah.
So what do you think about that bow?
At first, I struggled with it, I ain't going to lie. I could not get it to hit. I was having left and right problems a lot out of it, and I could not figure out why. And I finally think I figured out what it was doing. It was my knot pinch. It was pinching my knot the whole time, and I'm sitting there cussing the bow and all this. It's my fault for setting it up, But now I got it shooting very good, and I love it now. I mean, everything's. I mean, my stabilizer set up on it, and I can just hold it real good too. So
you running Bowfinger stabilizers too, or?
No, I'm running Bee Stinger stabilizers. Bee Stingers. I've been with Bee Stingers for a long time, and I just can't. I don't know. I just got a bunch of. Yeah, it's just comfortable to me, and I'm used to it. So
I understand that. How much weight do you run on the front versus the back? Everybody asks these questions, so I'm just asking those questions too.
I'm one of those that change it a lot. So at the beginning of the year, I start out a little lighter just because I got to get my muscles back used to shooting and stuff.
Yep.
And then I get on this kick every time I get on it. I put a bunch of front weight on it, 20 ounce or 15 ounces on the front, 20 ounces, and I got it so front heavy. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm not holding this good, so I always go back to like 10 to 11 to 12 on the front, and then I've got about 20 to 22 on the back at all times.
So about a 2-to-1 ratio, roughly.
Yeah.
When you're in your zone.
Right.
You run a 12-inch back bar, 15-inch back bar.
12 on the back and 30 on the front.
30-12. That is probably the most common.
Yeah.
Bow configuration there is, and 2-to-1, 3-to-1 is what usually is common across the board. And that has nothing to do with archers. That just has to do with the way the bows are designed today.
I think so too. Yeah. I mean, I've tried 33-inch bars on the front, 15 on the back, but I just always stick to the 30 and the 12. And
yep. Okay.
I like a little heavy bow. I feel like I can hold it a whole lot better, especially under pressure too. I feel like it helps a lot. But
calms that pin flow a little bit.
It does. It does. I tried the light setups, but I just ain't as consistent with it.
So now you say you're shooting a bowfinger. You're shooting a 35 scope or
35.
Scope? Okay.
35 with a 5-power lens, clear targets lens in it. With an angled blue pin in it.
Blue pin. I'm a blue pin guy.
I just switched over this year to a blue. I've always shot green until now.
I did too. And I'll tell you what happened with the green for me is it started bursting. And then I went down to a 10,000ths, and which helped, right? Just in general. The problem is I got to have so much magnification to see that pin disappears, like totally disappears. So I run a 6-power scope. Lens, and my pen has started to disappear. I do wear these readers, and so that's the up close, that's the pen, and the pen disappears. So I'm going to probably end up having to go with a bigger pen in the long run of things. Like I said, I've been just back into it. I just started, playing the game again.
Right.
I traveled the circuit a long time ago when you were still in the youth classes and doing your thing then. I traveled and went to all of them. I mean, I shot Myrtle Beach. I mean, we shot some other places that ain't even on the circuit nowhere close. I shot the last Texas.
Okay. Yep.
But and then I took some time off, and then I decided to come back. And the comeback's a whole lot harder.
It is.
Comeback is a whole lot harder, especially the older you get, But definitely, fun.
The blue, to me, I just switched to it this year, and I feel like I can really. I mean, I have to use my light, all the time.
Which light are you using?
I'm using the E-TAC now.
E-TAC, okay. So when you shut your bow down, it cuts itself off.
I got a sleeper mode on it, but. Yep. But I like that pen a lot. It's grown on me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I can go back to a green now.
That was the change. I shot green in Foley, and then I ran my test bow with some test things without messing with my bow that you don't want to mess up the one the one that's
you're comfortable with.
Yeah, so I took my test bow out and did some things with it, and the blue fiber was I switched. I had to go. Yeah. I had to do some switching. So
you can really find it, and you can do a lot. I don't know, just more subtle to me that I like it a lot.
I think, and it shows up on all the colors for me. I mean,
it does. Yeah.
The green, like I can shoot a blue fiber on a yellow face target. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where the green would turn into I would lose it in the yellow face target for sure.
Right.
So and then that's cool. So
yep, that's a new thing I did this year. Switch to that, and I switched to a 5-power. I've always shot 4, and then I went to a 6. I actually shot a 6 in Foley, and I feel like I was just seeing a little too much movement for what I like to see, and I switched to that 5, and I really liking it so far.
Doc sells a lot of that 5. He does. He sells a lot of that 5.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so I'm shooting a 6. I've been shooting it for a while. Matter of fact, I got an 8 to shoot indoor with.
Oh, really?
So, the pin movement doesn't bother me as bad. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's just what you're used to, really.
Yeah, it's what you get used to for sure. Because I've shot a 6 for so long. And what kind of peep do you shoot?
No, Hamsky peep. Yep,
Hamsky peep. And what kind of rest do you shoot?
Hamsky.
Oh, gotcha. So you're shooting with drop away Trinity or the new R7, whatever.
Trinity, yeah.
Trinity, yeah. So I like the Trinity. Just I've used it a while and like it, and I do shoot a Hamsky peep also. So that's pretty cool. Now you got your full setup. Now everybody can just copy you now. So tell them it's the time behind the stake. Not so much shooting your bow as it is judging that yardage.
That is right. That's right. That's what I was doing before I got on the podcast with you. I was out there judging a little bit. I got some targets in my house now, so I'm able to do that. I go from here judging a little bit. I'll move them around in the woods, and then I'll go to Hughes and I'll judge his targets out at his house. So it helps out a lot.
Yesterday, that's what I did. I went over to my property, which I bought a piece of property, and I haven't built a house on it yet because, the economy has gone stupid.
Oh, yeah.
So I cleaned out 5 lanes, stuck 5 targets up so that I can have a place to practice and, a bale sitting at about 100 yards so I can work out some details and bugs on what I need to do for the next shoot.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
So that's cool. I have to, you have to do my homework here. Hold on one second. You can find us anywhere and everywhere, social media. You can hear this on your favorite podcast app. We're everywhere and anywhere. Be sure to like and make a comment. Send Zach some good juju. Tell him how much you enjoyed this content and, tell us how you liked it. You can always find if you got something you want to talk about or do, you can send me an email at info@georgiaarchery.com and find this everywhere there is. And we do the weekly review of who shot where and when. And you can find that at www.georgiaarchery.com. There's a calendar webpage, got all the different shoots that's going on everywhere. We do that every week. Yes, also the raffle is live. I don't know if you know that I am running a raffle. Yes, I'm giving away not giving away. We're raffling off a set of gas bowstrings that are the custom mossy oak colored.
That's cool.
He's only building 500 of those, and so $20 a ticket. And that's what we're giving away. And I'm going to draw that ticket first, and then I have some other hats and different odds and ends stuff that we'll give away for everybody who put in for the raffle. So you can go to the website and get that. Click on there, purchase a raffle ticket. It's simple. I'm trying to get them all sold so that we can draw that out. So if you are listening and you want to go a chance to win that set of strings, do that for sure. So you've been shooting Elite for the last few years. Are you a signed shooter for them, or how's that work? Or you weren't through a shop, or now you're straight through? We'll have to deal with Darren.
And I shoot with Steven Altizer a pretty good bit, and he's the Southern Shootout circuit, so he shoots all them with us. So
him
him all the time.
Shoot those, Steven's a great guy. I've been knowing Steven a long time. We sold Elite, and we sell Elite, and sold a lot of Elite, and we got some Elite shooters. Alicia and Ken, and LJ. They all shoot an Elite out of the store. So, Ken's a known pro shooter. So
right,
and of course we can't forget that other guy. The young kid that shoots in that known class, Curtis Broadnax.
Yep, you can't forget about him.
Big time, I tell a story, and I watched him shoot his first tournament ever, and
no, really, that's cool.
So I've been watching that kid shoot for a long time. Yes, he's a kid just like you're a kid, and
he's doing it right now, that's for sure.
He's doing very well. Yep. He has definitely turned it on a little bit to stay in the mix. He may not win them all, but he's in the mix. And
that class he's in is very tough.
No doubt about it. Them boys ain't no joke.
No, they're not.
They're heck of shooters for sure.
Yep, you can't mess up too much on that class.
No, for sure.
You can't mess up at all, really.
No, I mean any class you can't mess up on. If you mess up, you're just hanging it up. You're donating money for the rest of the week, and that happens. But you grew up wanting to shoot, and you judged yardage pretty much the whole time. You shoot pins first, and then went to open, or you start in an open class, or?
I pretty much started in open. Yeah. I've always shot an open sight, the mover style, and pretty much
open setup, long stabilizers the whole time. So you went through the CBA pro
I did
line that way. So yep.
Yeah, I took some years off between here and there. So
yep, that's awesome. But yeah, I have 5 questions to ask you. I do this to all of my guests. They're oddball questions. They're not like, we asked how old you were and where you were from and that kind of stuff. But these are always going to be weird, funny questions. But it just helps people, get to know you outside of just archery, right?
Yeah. No.
So, what's something that you learned embarrassingly late in life that everyone else seemed to already know? Something that you learned late in life that you thought, well, darn, everybody else already knew this. Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, Lord, what is one? Let's see. I'm sure there's something. I can't think of it. I don't know. I can't think of. I know there's something. I just can't think of it right now.
I caught you on the spot now, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, I was a late learner. I'm looking at in my house right now, and I did not know for the longest time that you got to put an air filter in your house. I didn't grow up having to have one of those, so
that's right.
Now I do, and it's new to me. So
well, see, there's something that is like embarrassingly late.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck? I should have known that.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things that you always didn't know.
Yeah.
What's the last book, movie, or TV show that made you cry?
Oh, Where the Red Fern Grows.
Where the Red Fern Grows.
So that's a sad movie and book.
Hey,
I'm a dog lover too, so that's
yeah, for sure. And if you could make one small weird change to everyday life, what would it be? Like, let me give you an example of changing the direction of doors so that they, how they reversing the direction of doors opening and closing, or something that's weird and small that you think, hey, if I could do that, it would make same so much better.
Let's see, what would I do? I would change the speed limit right here at our house. I get so tired of it.
It's on the slow side. You want it faster.
Yeah, I want it faster.
I understand. So I know the answer to this one, but we're going to ask you anyway. Hiking or video games?
Hiking.
Yeah, I didn't see you as a video game guy.
Yeah.
Not.
I used to play a little bit when I was in college, but I haven't picked it up since.
And the 5th question is, what celebrity have you been told you look like?
Riley Green.
Riley Green. All right. Well, those are 5 questions to get people to understand and just make you think and make it outside of the box questions. So
yeah.
That's cool. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the audience? Maybe young kids that are have seen people shoot, and what can they do, or how, is there something that you want to tell everybody?
Yeah, if you're just getting into ask pros. You got me now?
Yeah, say it again. Start over.
Okay. If you're just starting out, don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask the pros. They're not going to be mean to you or whatever. They're going to tell you. They're going to help you out.
Yep.
So don't be afraid to do that.
And go for it.
And go for it. Don't be scared to go for it.
Go for it, because we didn't get any younger. We don't.
No. You only live once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you said you work for UPS. I tell you, there's a lot of professionals, a lot of people that are in this industry that have had another job, and did that for many years, and then finally decided that they could quit that and do this full time. So it's not that there are only a few, I can count them on my hand, a few that are either, that do this for a profession and don't do anything else.
Yeah, there's not many.
No. I mean, they all have a day job.
Yeah. At least they do something, yeah.
Yeah, and even if it's in the industry, I mean, Tim works in the industry,
Right.
He still works, right? And then, Dan is helping with the arrows and the stuff, that kind of thing. So they all work in the industry, and then Levi himself is he's an exception. He's got it going on the hunting side too. So. Yeah, but he has to maintain the hunting side of things too.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it's like a job to him on that side right now.
For sure.
Staying busy.
So that's what I'm saying. Everybody who's done it, there ain't been but a few that that do it for a living and don't do anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't think that should be holding you back, for sure.
Nope.
Well, I appreciate this, Zach. I enjoyed doing. Where can people find you if they want to follow you?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Zach Hill. Zach Hill 1.
Zach Hill 1.
Yep.
So, yeah, y'all can follow him. We wish you the best. We hope to have you on again probably later after you've won all the rest of them. And we can talk about the greatness that you had for this year. So,
yep, hopefully it's only up from here, but we'll see.
For sure. Well, we appreciate your time today, buddy. And
all righty.
Look, take someone, teach them how to shoot a bow. It will last them a lifetime. Until next time, I'm Big John. That's Zach, and we'll see you.